All right, guys, welcome back to another market update video. Talk about the indices. We'll talk about the global market developments as well. So let's just start straight away with Nifty. Before doing that, I would request you guys to uh, like the video. All right, like and share and subscribe as well because it helps with the algorithm. All right. So and also with the motivation to keep making more. So make sure that you like before we begin. Right. Let's start with Nifty. What is going on in Nifty right now? So last time I talked about this level 19,850. All right, it was when Nifty was somewhere around this part right here, or maybe this day was already done. So we talked about this level 19,850, and from there on, Nifty was unable to break through that level. What was the reason I gave for this level 19,850? That was because see, after this big gap down, this really slowed down. All right, so all these supplies which were right here below 19,850, they were all tested. Right, all these supplies they're already tested. So the only supply left is this one right here, which is around 19,850 to 19,900. All right, and also this base was also broken. Right, this base was also broken. So we move down, we go up, and then we continue on the downside. So So this broke, we pulled back up, and now we have started to drop again. So what is the plan ahead? So if you see this base is gone, so we are definitely in some sort of a bearish move, in some sort of a bearish move right now, and we have now entered into this base. All right, so this is a proper base here. So I've always been warning you guys about taking trades from these extended demand zones. So now we have finally pulled back to this proper base here. All right, even though the low of the base is somewhere around 19,300, so we are still actually quite not there, right? Quite not there uh, towards the low of the base. This low of the base is around 19,300. All right, so but obviously we have entered into the base. There is a demand zone here as well, and there was a reaction Nifty here. So on the upper side, the supply now becomes this level, very clear two bases now. So the base on the upper side is this range right here and this base right here. All right. So this is 19,300. Sorry. This is 19,300 and this right here is 19,850. All right. A big range. Sorry. So a big range right here for Nifty. Uh, so what we want to see is for a long trade to set up. For a long trade to set up, it's actually we will need some sort of a build up at this level now, right? uh, we are bearish, but we have moved into this previous base here. So don't go short immediately. If you want to go short, wait for the index to pull back up to maybe this supply and then turn back around. All right, if that does not happen, and the index is too weak, then wait for it to probably go down into this area of demand, which is 19,300, and then maybe show some weakness around here. Do not short into a breakdown day. It may gap down here tomorrow, nobody knows, but that is not a very solid trade per se, right? So the levels are 19,300 and 19,850 for Nifty, and let's talk about Bank Nifty now. All right, so Bank Nifty, I was expecting a breakout from where I was expecting a breakout from this level right here. All right, from this level, I was expecting a breakout, and there was a very solid gap up here. All right, so for Bank Nifty, my when there's a breakout out of this base, the clear level for your bullish bias becomes the breakout base. All right, which is this low right here, which was around 45,600. All right, so this low was around 45,600. So the breakout did fail because the markets continued to be bearish. Now this breakout failed here. All right, and then you see this was the bigger base which I was talking about since a long time, which was 45,300. All right, so 45,300 was a much bigger level which I've been talking about since the past 3 4 videos, I think now, right? So 45,300 got tested here. We then pulled back up to this supply, and now we have broken down again. All right, so 45,300 is gone. So Bank Nifty, we are clearly bearish here. We clearly bearish here, but again, we have come down into this very solid base right here, and also around the 50 EMA on the daily chart. All right, so Bank Nifty from here on, you can see it's a very solid demand. I have also positioned myself long in some of these banking stocks. All right, so if you see, this is your solid demand zone here, from where Bank Nifty reacted in the second half. All right, so in Bank Nifty, if you want to see an up move, we need to go through this supply again, obviously. All right, so the supply level in Bank Nifty is somewhere around 45,700. So the same, around the same area, uh, around that 45,600, 45,700 levels, you will obviously see the supply, because there was a solid breakdown in this level. All right, so in Bank Nifty, I'll be taking a long only. I mean, I'll be adding into the longs only if it tests out here and shows some signs of bullishness towards the long side. Why am I not looking to short here? Because sorry, because if you see, the overall trend is still pretty bullish. All right, just a minor pullback on decreasing volumes. If we even see Bank Nifty futures, the volumes haven't been really that much. All right, you see on the hourly charts, the volumes have actually come even on this solid up move candle here. All right, so nothing really suggests that Bank Nifty is trying to break any level yet. There is some demand evidence towards the lower part of this range here. So let's see how this range fares. If it gaps down below this, then obviously uh, you will have to cut out your losses, or you will have to book your shorts, whatever positions you're in. But to be honest, the trend hasn't broken yet. This demand zone doesn't really count for me. This is a very high demand zone, very extended. I cannot expect the index to keep going up from these demand zones continuously. All right. Now let's check out uh, US 30. All right. There's been a big news about America's some sort of a um, devaluation of America. All right. Some rating agency has devalued American bonds, I think. So so what happens? What did Dow Jones really do? All right, basically nothing. So this is your demand zone. So if you see carefully, this is the last high which was made around 5 days ago, and this was the demand zone from where the high was made. So this level is around 35,200. Now remember, the levels might vary depending on your depending on what broker chart you're using, but more or less the charts will be same. All right, so you can obviously refer to the demand zone which I'm talking about. So unless this demand zone is broken, unless this level is broken on the downside, there is no need to panic about any news. In the Indian markets, Nifty was already pushing lower. All right, so we got a reaction on the downside. Small cap index is very extended, so we also got a reaction on the downside. There is nothing really to worry about in the global markets as of now. All right, so let's look at Nasdaq as well, and then we will conclude the video. So in Nasdaq, if you see again in Nasdaq, the last demand was actually this one, which made this high right here. All right, so this was the high which was made in Nasdaq, and this high has actually been broken here. All right, this high is gone. Sorry, this demand zone is gone, and we are reacting from this supply now. So Nasdaq can go into some sort of a range bound move here unless it decides to break out, obviously. But this is not a place to take longs. I am expecting Nasdaq to maybe travel down in some sort of a range and reach this level before deciding whether to continue the uptrend or the downtrend. All right. So nothing to worry about as such in the global markets. Obviously, Indian markets have fallen down, but Bank Nifty hasn't really broken down yet. All right. I wouldn't really say that this is some sort of a very very worrisome scenario for us here. So with this, we'll conclude the video. Also, if you're still watching, make sure that you like and subscribe. It really helps with the algorithm. And I will see you guys the next one. Have a good trading week ahead.